Right, Blaine, it's over to you.
This is a working town council meeting for the planning committee of Tuesday the 6th of April, by Zoom, obviously. We'll go through the agenda. Any public participation? No members of the public, Catherine, is there?
We've got Councillor Miskelly has joined us tonight. I mean, he's a councillor, but he's joined as a member of the public, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologies. Do we have any apologies to be received?
Councillor King.
Right.
That's
no
it.
problem.
Yeah.
Item 2, any declarations of interest?
I haven't received any.
Item 3, exclusion of the press and public. I don't think
it's necessary.
No.
No.
Minutes of the last meeting. To receive the minutes of the meeting on the 1st of March 2021 and affirm them as a true record.
Okay. And we've got Herbert Briggs seconding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go through the planning applications now for this month.
Okay.
Number 1, HOU/2018/0178, Stony Hill Farm, Mellebeck Lane, Workington. Resubmission of application for the erection of a double garage.
Do you want me to give some more details for that, Blaine?
Yeah, please.
Okay. The application was approved in 2018, but when they started digging the foundations, it turns out there was clay soil underneath. So the drainage style that they had in place, the drainage ditch or whatever it was they put in place, wouldn't be sufficient. So what they've done is they've resubmitted it with a different drainage solution, where they put a gully at the front, which will go down into the grid that will go out to the front of the house rather than the back. So it was just the drainage issue. That was the reason why they had to resubmit from last time.
Well, that'll have to be approved by building control anyways, won't it?
Yeah.
So unless anybody else has got out to say, I can't see any issues with that.
No, that seems fine. Okay.
Item 2, HOU 2021-0057, 13 Carlton Road, Workington, to replace existing timber windows with UPVC and replace wood door to wood grain replica in UPVC.
Okay. Do you want me to give the details again, Blaine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. This is an area, it's at one of the villas. Just let me get my notes. It's Carlton Villa, which I'm assuming is well known in the community. They're replacing they've got bespoke windows that replace the existing single pane windows with double glazed, but in the same style as the previous ones. And they're replacing the old wooden door with a UVPC replica of the old door with like a wooden grain and thing in it. I think it's I think it's an environmental thing, because obviously the loss of heat in the other ones.
It's not a listed building, is it, Catherine?
Not from anything that I've read. All I've said is they're going to replace it with heritage style, but it doesn't say anything about the building, because I've read all the way through it, but it doesn't say anything about the building being a heritage building. So I don't know about that one, Sean. Sorry.
Because double glazing can be done in wood frames, if that's the.
No, it's not wood frames. It's wood replica. Yeah, it's wood replica.
Single pane.
Okay. This is a conservation area.
Yeah,
there's a conservation area, Hillary.
Have they got single pane UPVC?
Yeah, they've got single
in that?
pane now. They're putting UVC replacements in, but the bespoke heritage style, whichever that means. So, sorry, Blaine, Paul Scott's got his hand up.
Yeah, go on, Paul.
Okay. It was just to say, as long as it isn't within a conservation area and Allerdale Borough Council planners do not object to it, I don't see why we should object to it. Certainly nobody has created a fuss and it's on my ward. So I think as long as the conservation manager for Allerdale Borough Council is happy with it, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be.
Okay.
Would everyone else go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we'll say, yeah.
Yep.
So item 3, WTPO, 8 Briary Acres, 50% reduction to the crown of a sycamore tree.
It's basically what it says on the tin. It's a very large tree that just needs a trim.
Nobody objected.
No, on the planning application, there's the application form. There is an actual drawing of the house in the grounds, and the sycamore tree looks to be on the boundary. It doesn't look to be too close to the house, but the drawing doesn't include how close it is to any other buildings. I think it's just big and it needs a trim. That's it. Paul's got his hands up, Blaine.
Yeah, Paul.
If I'm right, and if it's the same as what was on the development panel for Steeton, topping it basically means that they take the top half down and it stops it growing any higher, so it doesn't damage any other property. Did you say there was a TPO on it, or they want a TPO on it?
It didn't state on the actual application form.
Right.
I don't know whether they're applying for one, but it doesn't stay.
I think it must have one because obviously you wouldn't have to apply to do out to it if you never had a TPO on it.
Yeah, could do.
Unless I'm wrong.
It was quite big, yeah.
So there's been no objections to it then?
Nothing, no, nothing at all. So far that we can see.
I have no objections to it. I don't know about anybody else.
No. So we're moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Item 4, HOU 2021-0064, 10 Bella Park Gardens, Sarrington, installation of balcony to the front of a property.
This is a glass balcony, and all it shows on the thing is the application and the plan, and it just, both plans are exactly the same apart from a red highlighting the area where the balcony would be. Sorry, Hillary's got a hand up. She'd like to say something.
Yes, I would like to ask. Are you ready? I would like to ask. Could I ask? Oh dear. Could I please ask, has there been any complaints from the residents?
Not on the actual planning website, but I don't know whether it shows all of the comments, to be honest. There isn't anything on there so far, but remember the actual website changed a few months ago. That's why there was such an issue a few months ago. And I don't know that you can actually see the complaints, but there's nothing on so far.
You've received no letters of objection?
I haven't seen any, but as I say, there's none that you can see, that you can physically see.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So, yeah.
Anybody else? No? No objections?
No. No.
Ward councillors, have you got any objection other than that?
No. There's
No, my concern would be, is it overlooking into like anybody else's sort of windows sort of thing? But if there's no objections, then
Yeah, on the plans, it shows the actual house. It doesn't show the surrounds. So the plans in the application were actually on the house. I mean, I can look into it further if you want. I can go back and find out more information if anybody's concerned about it.
We could maybe just say that we're happy with it, providing there's no loss of amenity to any of the property surrounding areas.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Item 5. VAR 2021-008. 0008. Unit 11 Kerry Park Estate, Durham Road. Variation of conditions, 2 plans, 3 carriageways and footpaths and 4 parking.
Basically, it's a unit on Kerry Park Estate on Derwent Road, and all they want to do is change where the door is so that they can have better access. I can bring the plans up if you want to have a look at it, but it's not on the plans. It doesn't show any obstruction to anywhere else. It's just the door is moved from one side, from one end to the other, basically, and that's why it affects the carriageways, because it affects where the access and egress to the carriageways and the footpaths.
So they're not bringing the door or the entrance onto the carriageway, are they?
No,
It's
no,
still-
just the access and egress is in a different place. That's all.
So it's still going to be on Kerry Park.
Do
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
you want to just put the plan up?
Yeah,
So
sure.
yeah,
Just
but
give me a
look.
sec. I will bring it up. Right, what number is this? 5. Okay, right. Excuse me just one sec while I get to the right picture. There we go. And it's this one. Right, can you see that? I'll just move it up and down. Right, so I think this is the block, and then this is where the door is up here. Wait, hold on, I'll have to just move you to, yeah, there we go. If I move you a lot over, that's okay. This is block, this is the block, and this is where they're moving the door. There we go. That's it. And do you want me, I'll show you the, hold on, I'll flick over to the other one. So this is the unit that you saw before, and it was on this side, and then the doors are going to be on that side now. And there's the unit there, let me just go over the storage unit there. That's why they're moving it. There's a
Sorry,
storage
Catherine.
unit
When you were circled there, was it you're putting the door on the back of the building?
there. I think that's where they show they are there and there. I think because this has gone in, this is a storage unit that's going in, and that's why they've moved them, I think, from what I can gather from it.
Can you just read that out again?
Yeah, okay.
Blaine? Just read out again what the planning was for.
Variation of conditions. So there's 2 plans, and it's for 3 carriageways and footpaths and 4 parking.
So they're wanting to move the door before they even get planning permission for the proposed storage unit.
So my assumption is they're wanting to move the carriageway and footpaths and parking so as they can build the storage unit. Is that right?
It looks that way.
Do
The
we have any?
application is just for the moving of the doors. It doesn't say anything about the storage unit.
Sorry, I just thought it said that it was moving of the carriageway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's right. Yeah.
Right, it is, isn't it? Because you're pretty much taking the carriageway out to put that storage unit in.
Yeah.
So that's what they're looking there, aren't they?
And is there any? I mean, it'll be private land, that. So I'm assuming the county council won't have much say in it. I don't suppose. I'm assuming. Just so I'll say I have no objection to it, but I'm.
Is everyone okay if I take this down, or do you want to just keep it up for a minute?
Take it down for me.
Okay.
I'd like you to look into it a bit more, Catherine.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just let me stop sharing that. There we go. Yeah, I will. Absolutely. Okay.
Item 6, 2219001, working railway station, Outplays, installation of tribute sculpture and plaque on pedestrianised area in the vicinity of working railway station.
Again, that's basically what it says on the tin. It's small sculpture and a plaque. That's it. There isn't. I haven't found any plan of it yet, so I couldn't give you a bigger description of that.
So we don't know how big it is, or how big the plaque is, or what it's for.
I think no, the details were quite sketchy. I can look into it more. The details that I found, I think it's to do with. It's something historical. I'm really sorry, but that's all I can remember. Paul's got his hand up. Paul, can you answer anything of that?
I'm not sure I can answer it, but I do know they were talking of putting a small sculpture and plaque on the front where the World War I soldier came back, the Tommy came back. I think they were talking about putting something there. I don't know if that's the same one.
Yeah.
I think anything that adds value and heritage to the town, I don't think we should ignore it, to be fair.
Not objecting for whatsoever. I'd just like to know how big it is and what it's going to be for. Nobody seems to know what it's for.
I think we need to know what it is.
Correct.
If you want me to, shall I have a look at it and then I can get back to you, and then I'll send it out as an email to the planning committee, and then if anybody has any objections, I can put the objections forward for you.
Yes, please, Catherine.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
Yep.
Well, I think that's it then.
Okay. So the three numbers 4, 5, and 6, I'll find out details and then I'll send you all an email. And if anybody's got any objections, I can register them with the planning committee, the planning department in Allerdale.
Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're all going to Spain now, are we?
Are you paying?
Well, we'll bring the meeting to a close, I think, then, eh?
Yeah. Okay.